Well, hello everyone. Let me just pop this chat out so I can see it a bit better. Cool. Right. Ain't no messing around today. We are just going to finish this and get rid of Vane because I am sick of him. Let's make sure the audio capture is coming through. Yep, cool. Make sure everything's running smoothly. Right, so yeah. Everyone's level 80. Well, not everyone. The team is level 80. And that's all I have to say about that. I did a fair amount of grinding. Let's have a look how much grinding. So since the first time, or since before the first time we tried to take out Vane, I've played for like an extra 6 hours. Pretty much just grinding. In fact, that is only recorded time, right? That's just grinding. Because it doesn't, there are no saves after that point. So all those times that I've retried to take out Vane, that's like a couple of extra hours. So I've played for like an extra 8 hours. So you can probably buff that up to like 52-ish hours. Maybe more. Yikes. Anyway. Yeah. Everyone's big and swole. Got the Berserk Bracers on Varn. Bubble Belt on Bosh. Army Sandals on Ash. Let's just check our inventory. Spell mode, yeah. Elixir, Hyther. Just want to put that there, probably. And that also at the top. Shouldn't need any of these. Outside of maybe the Bacchus wines. They shouldn't even need those really in the preliminary fights. Cool. Right. In that case, no extras, no grinding, no hunts. Let's just go kill Vane. Nice and quickly, shall we? So I am sick of this now. And I would like to move on to my next game. After this, I mean, I'm getting all cocky here, so I'm going to defeat Vane. I should do. But I will be moving on to my Final Fantasy VII, a new threat 2.0 hard difficulty challenge. But after today's, well, once I'm done with Final Fantasy XII, I will move on to playing some Theatrhythm at the end, do some Final Fantasy XII songs, just to round it off nicely. Right. Please. Oh, also, why am I pressing that one? Let's just times 4 speed. I'm actually alright with that, I think. Being at such a high level, like being level 80 and a standard playthrough would be way over level to go into the final boss fight. You can do about level 60. I mean, yeah, that's a good indicator, isn't it? Right, straight ahead. Let's try not to get sapped, because that'd be annoying. What way am I facing? This way. Cool. Run! No, I always go this way. It's in here I need to be. I ain't messing around. Right, let's take times 4 off. Which button is it? Got it now. Right, I mean, we took out Gabranth pretty quickly on like level 60, was it? But level 80? Yeah, this is gonna be short and sweet, I think. I'm half tempted to see if I can do it without any interaction from Ash at all. Just let Barsh and Varn work their magic. Or ironically, not magic, it's physical attacks. Good lord. And yeah.
Long have I walked in hatred's company. As long as I can curse your name, I shall not be defeated.
Then come. Wield your hatred and crush me. I
I
welcome
really
it.
hope this is the last time I have to see this. Renew? How dare you? No. I haven't got my muscle memory back yet, so I'm a bit rusty on the inputs. Wow. Guess better safe than sorry. And there we go. Nice and easy. Yes, goodbye, Gabby. Haste, maybe. Oh, yeah, then I'm gonna walk out, come back in, don't I? Get that autosave. Just in case. Engage. Engage. Just for when Barsh. Can I use it now? I don't know if that resets. No, it doesn't. It misses. It'd be nice if it reset the timer. Right, let's take just Vane out. I think that's how his official title, just Vane. He didn't even get a punch through.
Your
Nice.
lives are forfeit, and your insurgents with them. Dalmasca will again know order. For good and all, I shall bring your futile attempts at rebellion to an end.
What am I to do with those who would oppose me? But show them death!
Wow. That's almost not even worth curing. Oh, I didn't realise Barsh that'll be a thing for the next fight. Just quickly get that buck of swine on. Barsh. I don't know if they've still got their curas on. They've still got bravery on, but
Ivalice will know a new dynast king, and man will keep his own history. The tyranny of the gods is ended. We are their puppets no more. The freedom for which we have longed is at hand.
this is looking fruitful. So this attack happens. Use a Cura. And then we should be going hopefully into the next fight with a lot of health. And we'll see if I can get a Cura off and then another Domain Calvados on Varn. Good afternoon, John. Oh, wrong wow. I say wrong one. Yeah. It's me, deja vu. No, yes, if you missed some of the earlier stuff, we are level 80 now. So I'm feeling confident. Or hopeful, at least. Quickly. Kira, please. Jesus Christ, that was 700 and... Look how much damage we're doing! Okay. I'm actually not even going to bother switching the party out. I'm just going to see how well we do here. Because of that way, at least we get a few more attacks off. Yeah, that's fine. We do have to worry about the chain magic is the problem, but even then, he's already at enrage. Okay. Oh, I just realised that we need to use a Bacchus Wine on Barsh. Let's see if I can get a Dispel off as well. I did just use the Dispel. Yeah. That's what happens when you're level 80. I'm 20 levels above what I was before. You'll notice I'm a lot more calmer now as well. This, actually, I don't think was too much of an issue, if I remember correctly, last time. Or was it the other one that wasn't much of an issue? We're about to find out. Okay. That's annoying. Cool. Take her out, put her back in. Quick. Oh, why? I hate that that can happen. Okay. So I should have taken the party out. Oh well. Yes, I don't think we've got it this time. Ah. I think Barsh is... Oh, no. Oh, that was the wrong person. Okay. Yeah. Okay, right. So that's fine. We got to that point insanely quick. So, you know, I'm not too worried. I took a few liberties there as well. I just need to remember to use the Bacchus Wine a bit earlier. I used a Bacchus Wine and then I tried using a Dispel, and I should have used the Dispel earlier, because then I think Ash died before she got a chance to use the Dispel moat, whatever it's called. Okay, we are already at Chain Magic. I can't take Barsh out, annoyingly. Again, this bit was fine. I'm actually alright with this bit. Okay, right, I've got a Kira lined up. Also a really annoying factor that I hadn't considered about having the constant missing... What? He's already enraged? Hang on, I'm not ready for this. Okay. Let's just wait for Cura to wear off. Oh, I've got another Cura buffered. That's annoying. Okay, right. Let this Cura wear off. Oh, there we go. Cool. I didn't use the Dispel. Ah! Maybe I can use it quickly if I switch out Pinello here, if she doesn't die. Switch into, like, Fran or someone to then use it. But Christ, we went straight from Chain Magic to Enrage. That's bonkers. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is that it's so unpredictable how many times you're going to hit, so I can't properly say how frequently I'm going to be able to... or how quickly I'm going to be able to get to from point A to point B. Dispel Moat. And then... cool. Gigaflesh Sword? What one's that? Oh, it's the same thing again. Jesus. Okay. Right. Well, I've got a Cura buffered, so... and we've Dispelled, I think. So, he only uses Enrage twice. When you get him to 40% and 20%. He just starts using this move a lot more, though. This isn't, like, only at those triggers. Come up. Terra Flare is one of those moves that I don't want to be hit by. Please. Oh. This is the one that when I read on the wiki, it said if you're in range. So I think you can not be hit by this move? I'm not sure. I guess it's explosion, so it looks like a proximity. Ooh, okay, that hurt. Did I just... it just used an elixir once. No, why did I instinctively press that? That's good. Oop, didn't mean to press that. Hey! We did it! Oh, thank God for that. Just beat the main story of Final Fantasy XII with no Espers, no Gambits, no Quickenings, all whilst using an active ATB with a single party of Time Mages. I want to hear that victory fanfare now. Come on, give it to me. Regardless, he still lost a brother. That's all his brothers now. You don't get to pose like that. You had very, very, very little impact on this story. Ah, I'm so glad that's over. After... was it like 6 hours of additional grinding? I'm glad it wasn't for nothing. Let's get to this and I still get stonewalled. It's kind of sad though, because I wish he did have a health bar so you could actually see how quickly you're getting from point to point in the fight. Because we went straight from chain magic into enrage, which I wasn't anticipating. Which means we must have hit or must have not missed a lot of our shots.
Well, can we fly?
No fuel goes to the Glossair engines.
Damn. Vaughn, you're in charge. I'm checking the engine room.
Right.
Fran, with me.
Look at that.
Look,
He trusts Vaughn.
rings are stopping.
Vaughn, as soon as the Strahls rings move, you take off. Understood? You can fly her, Vaughn. Just do it like I told you.
Don't worry.
Penelo, watch for interference from Bahamut's Skystone. The Strahls a fickle girl. You keep her working for us.
I'll see what I can do.
Bash, look after Larsa, will you? If House Solidor should crumble, the Empire would fail, and civil war would take us all.
I understand.
The Lord Larsa is our last hope.
Vaughn, the power's back. We can go.
Right. Let's go. Grab onto something.
Hold on to your butts. And don't get penisy, kid.
It's the Stroll. She's left Bahamut. She's moving away.
The Stroll. They made it. At last. The Bahamut has fallen. The final test is upon us. The judges shall rule us no more. Main cannon on the Alexander.
This is Judge Magister Gaban. All forces cease fire. I repeat, all units of the Arcadian army, hold your fire.
The battle is over. As of this moment, we have signed a ceasefire with the Shelia Benargan Delmasca, her Royal Majesty.
Attention, this is Larsa Farina Solidor.
My brother Vane has died with honor in battle. The Imperial fleet is now under my command.
Sir, your orders, sir.
This is the Shelia Delmasca.
The Lady Ash. Thank the gods you live.
I confirm what Judge Magister Gabranth and Larsa Solidor have said here.
Please stand down your attack. The war is over.
If only it was that simple. In reality, anyway.
A new day has dawned. We are free. Look, Vaughn, the Bahamut.
A message from the Alexander.
Take it.
Sir.
This is Judge Sargabath, Captain of the Alexander, flagship of the 12th Damascan Fleet of the Arcadian Army. I address all ships in Rabanaster's airspace. The Bahamut must not be allowed to fall on the city of Rabanaster. We are preparing to ram her. Do not interfere.
Madness.
Should she fall, the paling will not hold, and all Rabanaster will be obliterated. All ships, concentrate your fire on the Alexander's remains once Bahamut is clear of the city.
Hasty, aren't they? I think it's a little early to be throwing away our lives just yet.
Balthier? Wait! Balthier, where are you?
Oh, Vaughn. Sounds like you made it out okay. The Strahle's a fine airship, eh?
What does he think he's doing? Balthier!
Marquis, stop that fool judge on the Alexander for me, would you? Just getting somewhere with these gloss air rings. Almost done. Don't want him ramming me before I fix them, do we?
Did you miss? Did you miss it? Yeah.
Exactly what it is you're doing?
Yes, it went surprisingly well.
No need to worry.
It went straight from chain magic
I hope you haven't forgotten my role in this
to
little story.
enrage. Wiped a couple of our guys, but finished the fight with just Barsh and Ash, and yeah, it just happened incredibly quickly. Had Terror Flare hit us, which was scary. Terror Flared, which put Barsh at low health. Killed Ash. Had to bring in Balthier. Balthier revived Ash. Then used an elixir on Barsh. And then able to use Ash to keep on healing. And thankfully we had a Holy happen. And Holy takes a while to animate, so it allowed us the time to reanimate Barsh and then heal.
I'd say you're in more of a supporting role.
Fran, please. Vaughn, the Strahle's in your hands. You'd better take care of her, you hear? If there's one scratch on her when I get back...
Roger that. We'll be waiting for you.
No, it wasn't too. Even at level 80, I still had to think about what I'm doing. I didn't just, like, haste everything, berserk everything, bravery to everything, and then just continue. It's just, I had to actually think about the order of actions and whatnot. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a vocal theme for this.
It's hard to believe a year has passed so quickly. Rabanastre is finally back to the way it was, like when my parents were still alive. We've lost so much, but I think it's important to put the past behind us and keep our eyes on the road ahead.
Very reminiscent of the towers in Lost Odyssey, actually.
Ash's coronation is next month. She grows farther and farther away from us, but I guess that's how it has to be. She is queen now, after all.
Yeah, it's like a Final Fantasy IX took a different path.
I am looking forward to seeing you at the ceremony.
You called, my lord.
That was a weird look from Larson.
How is Bosch?
Oh.
I know he went with you to Arcades to further the cause of peace in Ivalice, but still, I hope he comes back to Rabanastre and Ash soon. She has to keep up appearances now, so she would never say it, but I think she misses him.
Lose Larsa, and we lose the Empire. Protect him. I would entrust him to no other's care.
I will keep him from harm. I promise you. For the Empire and for Dalmasca.
Your words put me at ease, brother. Sorry to leave you.
told you the most important part. Vaughn and I had been taking care of the straw, but it was stolen. We had just finished having her tuned up, too. What's it say? Give it here.
Glabados. Some Final Fantasy Tactics stuff right there.
Actually, stolen might not be the right word. If her owner wants her back, there's not much we can do about it, is there?
Although that brings up a good point, because I thought Final Fantasy Tactics happened after this.
There's still plenty of time before the coronation. So Vaughn's going to pay the two of them a visit. You should see him. He can hardly wait. I'll be going too, of course. Every good sky pirate needs a partner, right?
Yay. Woo. Well, that's that then. Or is it? Yeah. The way the music started there, it's like, is it the credits? So yeah. That was arduous. There were fights that I really didn't expect to be hard that were, and there are fights that weren't very hard at all. But that is definitely not the way the game is supposed to be played. I guess that's kind of the point, but yeah, I'm not... Would I recommend doing that challenge to someone else? Probably not, because at the end of the day, all I ever really did was attack, occasionally use balance, use cure, and cure a lot. Maybe using a different job might have been better, might have been a bit more fun. But for the most part, it was one of the runs of all time, wasn't it? Yeah, for the most part, it was just kind of doing the same thing all the time, and that is kind of reflective of the final fight as well. It's like, I just have to keep grinding until I'm out of his kill threshold, and I can deal him enough damage that he will eventually die. Yeah. I think if I were to go back and redo this, it would be one of the ideas I came up with in the middle of this run, which was, yeah. It was a pain in the neck as well. But I think the potential idea of doing it with Gambits, but I cannot interject in a fight. So I basically have to utilize Gambits to the best of their ability. That would be like the challenge, but on a whole nother level, because there are some fights that go on for a long time, right? Thankfully, you have the different Gambits, and you can switch Gambits out mid-fight, which is kind of strange, and would be a long-winded way of doing it, so I might have to input some sort of rule where I wouldn't be able to change Gambits on the fly. Or no, sorry, I could have, because you can have 3 sets of Gambits for a character, so I can have it so I can switch between them. But yeah. But for the most part, yeah. No, I enjoyed playing through this game again. It's just a shame I didn't really ever get to properly utilize the Time Mage's abilities. Like, being able to use Immobilize and Disable were very useful, but they weren't ever useful, like, outside of just your usual ads and mobs. So, yeah, kind of a shame. Although, whilst ironically a double-edged crossbow, using the crossbow was quite useful because it meant that I was able to stay out of range of certain attacks, able to shoot things from a distance, but you better hope there isn't bad weather. Because that's just really screwed so much. Yeah. Yeah. Being able... The fact that on that final area there is actually weather, it's like, that's not something I can account for, right? And I know in this version of the game you're able to have multiple jobs as well, so therefore you should be able to have multiple weapons, but... Basically, I decided to play this game in a way it shouldn't be played, but then I chose like one of the hardest ways to play it as well. So that was annoying. But on the flip side, being able, or the realization of being able to use Berserk with a long-range weapon helped grinding quite a bit, because I can then just stay at arm's length and just keep shooting stuff until it dies. And that, alongside Disable, is really, really useful. I'm also just loving these, this artwork by, I can never remember the dude's name now. It was on here earlier. Yeah, I can't remember the artist's name, but I love his style. It's I mean, I think I love it so much because I love Final Tactics so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the weather feature. I think it makes sense, and I like those sorts of details in games. But I feel like there should be points where it isn't. I mean, I'm complaining about it in the final fight, right? I mean, I probably wouldn't have had to have grinded for an additional 3 hours if it weren't there. If I was hitting every single shot, then that would have been a shorter fight. Or I probably would have completed this last week or the week before. But you're on top of a cannon flying through the sky. It's probably going to be a bit windy, so I get it. It's a shame, though. There should be some sort of accessory which allows you to negate that, or something like that. I know there's a accessory which negates weather effects on other things, but not on your weapons, annoyingly. So yeah, well, maybe it did on the weapons, and it just didn't make... It just doesn't say that, because there are some things like that. But yeah, this was definitely one of the runs of all time. Now we get to enjoy the nice, peaceful, relaxing tunes of Hitoshi Sakimoto. Thank you. I just realised we were looking at the VOs there. Yes, so yeah, well now we'll be moving on to a new threat 2.0. I have no frame of reference what 1.0 was, or 1.5 or whatever. So yeah, I have tried it a little bit. So a new threat changes some story elements. It changes a lot of the mechanics in the game. So each character's stats will be more like they have an actual job associated with them. So, for example, Cloud will be more of a warrior type. I am going to be doing all changes, so the story changes as well, because I played Final Fantasy VII enough. I think enough people have played Final Fantasy VII enough to know it inside out and backwards. So, and I do have a Final Fantasy VII run on the channel already, so I'll be doing it differently. Because it's new for me as well, right? And that'll be interesting. But, yeah, so characters will have... effectively jobs. Each character has a passive ability as well. I can't remember what those are now. I think for Cloud it's something like if you defend, then he has a high likelihood of counter-attacking, or something along those lines. But each character has slightly different things. It's really cool. But yeah, this is just from the little bits that I've played from it. There's loads of different changes in the game. Ah, cool. How would you say it fares up in comparison to, like, people's expectations? Okay, so you've done just the combat changes. Yeah, from the little bit I've played up to the beginning of the second macro reactor, so not very far. Just so I could get used to the combat and everything, and it seems like it's really cool. And there's some weird options in there as well, which I'm happy they're in there, but it's just strange. Like, there's the option to be able to turn off battle music, so it stays the field music even when you're fighting enemies. which is weird, but yeah, it's kind of cool it's there, I guess. But yeah, there are story changes as well, which were not story changes, just, well, they might be story changes. I haven't got far enough to really say, but like, for example, when you have blown up the first reactor, you get to roam around, or you see Aerith, and then you go jump on top of the train. You have both Tifa and Barrett with you. You actually start with Tifa already in your party. So you literally jump off the train at the very, very beginning. Tifa's with you. And then you get Barrett, I think, as soon as you go through the first gates. So there's, like, a few differences, but they kind of try to iron out maybe some of the inconsistencies in the story. Like, for example, Tifa what goes with you to the second one in the OG 5.7. She goes with you to the second Mako reactor, but not the first. It's kind of, why? Surely she should be there. I understand. Well, if it doesn't fit with Marlene's calendar, she's too busy playing with her Lego or something. But yeah, no, it's quite fun from what I've done. Begin New Game Plus. No, I don't think I will. Return to title. But there we go. All done. 49 hours and 49 minutes. Although actually it's more than that, because as I said before, there's like however many hours of grinding, but then all those times that I've gone to try and fight Vayne and not defeat him. So you could probably add like another 2.5 hours on top of that, maybe. Anyway, let's go play some Theatrhythm, shall we? Right, let's just quickly switch out. And just play some music, play some Final Fantasy 12 tunes. Now, if you have played Final Fantasy Theatrhythm Final Fantasy, whatever, Theatrhythm Final Bar Line, I have some options which are probably a bit different to how people play them. So I have all the background animations completely blacked out. So you see the character, like on the field levels, you see the characters walking around fighting enemies. I have that completely blacked out because it is way too much visual information for me to be able to take it on board. And then on top of that, I also play at the highest speed. It's not the highest difficulty. The highest difficulty being Supreme for most songs. It's Ultimate for some others. But yeah, I play at the highest speed. Or trigger speed, I think it is. I do not want your DLC, thank you. And they're now going to be showing up. But I'm working through it like I'm playing the old school Guitar Hero games. So I'm going it through difficulty and then triple S-ing them all. And eventually at some point I'll have to move on to Supreme. But for now I'm just going to play some Final Fantasy 12 tunes. Oh, good point. I need to, if I'm doing that, I need to engage the streamer view, don't I? Which is that here? No, I think I have to go back into the main menu and do that. That way it shows all like the proper legal lines and everything at the bottom. Yes, content shaders. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Isn't that wonderful? So it doesn't like that screen. Good to know. Why does it do that? Like certain things just trigger it, don't they? Live info. So yes, and then I'll just have everything turned on so you can see my button inputs, the timing judgments, the high scores, and just gives you a bit more information on how I'm doing, which is excellent. It means you guys get to judge me more. Yeah, so I have the trigger speed set to 2, which is the highest. It's normally obviously set to 1. I have the trigger and or just the sound effects pulled all the way down because I find them really distracting. I've got the mask level set to max so I can't see the background. Yeah. Moogle voice volume. Oh yeah, I've never done it in multi-battle, so yeah. Cool. Well, let's actually do some songs, shall we? Watch me fail miserably due to the stress. So series. Yeah, we'll do these on Ultimate. So, wow, there's a lot of songs I haven't done, actually. What I did is I worked my way through the story mode as quickly as I possibly could to unlock all the songs so I could then go into this mode and then play them all. What one should we go for? Heard this song so many times. Let's start with this. Yep, on Ultimate. Right. So, yeah, you'll be able to see what I mean by the live screen. It's got loads of info on there about what I'm doing and how badly I'm doing. Right. I won't be able to talk much during. Yeah. Ah! Yeah, I'm getting tilted now. Oh, that's so annoying. I was doing a rap to that point. It's quite easy for me to get tilted and then panic, make silly mistakes. And you always notice how itchy your nose is when you play games like this. So that double directional input there you saw just there, you can actually do the same input twice. Ah. Yeah, that's a double S. That's not amazing, but I'm not going to keep playing retrying the same songs repeatedly. So how do I do? Yeah, that was not great. That little bit in the middle kind of threw me a bit. Doesn't like this screen, does it? I wasn't paying attention. I hope it's not freaking out on the main screen. Let's just work our way through them, shall we? And like the completionist I am, I'm also just leveling up all characters up to level 99, and then I'll choose on a proper. It looks tough. It isn't too bad though. Once you get used to it. I mean, it all depends on your sense of rhythm as well, right? It does help that I'm a musician, so... Although, that opens me up to even more critique about making mistakes, right? Every single one of these should be a rainbow critical. Although I have found, knowing the songs intricately has actually screwed me over a little bit. Ah! That's annoying. Because I'll be trying to hit what I think is going to come up. And sometimes some sort of phantom muscle memory will come through where I haven't even like played the song before, but I think a note is going to hit on a particular beat and it doesn't. Oh, so close to a triple S there. Need to get 9 million points to hit a triple S. Yeah, so what the game does is it will flit between like the main melody, which is what you expect it to follow, against like the backing music as well. So it might just go from the main melody to the percussion to the bass back to the melody, and sometimes it'll do the two in tandem. So like it'll be doing the main melody, and then like I might be holding a note, for example, and then it'll be doing the percussion underneath it. So you have to like know the songs relatively well, but at the same point there'll be elements there which you haven't even considered before, and you'll be like, Christ, I didn't know that was going to be there. So these are all difficulty 8 songs, so that's not too bad. You can tell from the difficulty 10 ones, they are the ones where I will struggle and fail. These are also the original tracks. These aren't the Zodiac Age versions, which is a shame because Zodiac Age are good. So what you're seeing right now, is the streamer view. Basically, you have to have some of these bits on here to be able to stream, because obviously there's a lot of music here, so you would get struck, basically, against your YouTube or Twitch account. So they enable this stuff to be on here, so people watching can see some of the stats. That was stupid of me. But yeah, the party at the bottom is basically who I've got in my party. You normally would see a... I'll turn off the background filter so you can see what it would normally look like. I have it turned off because there's too much visual information for me. But they would be like walking around doing stuff, and you can see their abilities that I've got on them as well. Hey, triple S step, nice. Oh, this game is fantastic. It is so much fun. There's something like 300 songs on there, and that's not including the DLC. There are a couple of bigger missions, which they've saved for the deluxe pack, which are basically all the vocal tracks. So, what's the name of the song? Eyes on Me from 5/8, Melodies of Life from 5/9, Xanakand from 10. I don't know if there's one from 11. Why is it doing that at the bottom? That's so annoying. What triggers that? Okay, I'll sit there. I don't know if there's one missing from 11. Heart of a Child, or whatever the name of the song is from... Actually, it's right there, isn't it? No, it's not, because I don't have the DLC. Oh, no, it is there. Oh, no, that's this song. Whatever the ending vocal track is on FF12. I think there's a FF13 one as well. I'm not sure about 14. There might be one 15 as well. Basically, all the vocal tracks. Anyway. Cool, we're done Damascus. Let's try Heart of a Child. This is a 10 difficulty. There's a good chance I will fail. Oh, I was going to change the... I'll do that quickly now. I'll change the background. You can't do it in the middle of a song, but you can do it. I have never played Valkyria Chronicles. I've heard good things. But yeah, just never. There are so many... No, not main. Yeah, there's so many... Oh, sorry, I'm getting my head mixed up. Valkyria Chronicles is the tactical RPG set in, like, not set in World War II, but yeah, Hitoshi Sakimoto. I actually think there might be DLC for this game which has some of that on it. I might be wrong though. No, it doesn't. Sorry, because that's produced by Sega, isn't it? But yeah, I know the game you're on about now. So let's just quickly show you what it normally looks like. So let's get rid of the mask. I need it to have a mask of about 2, otherwise I really won't be able to focus. Don't think I've got anything else on here. So yeah, you can see the different parties. I'll quickly jump in so you can see what the party selection looks like. So yeah, I'm using these guys. What I'm effectively doing is working my way through all the games and all the characters and just leveling up to level 99. And then they have the standard abilities. I don't really ever tend to change them that much though, because I've no need to. Because these are really only useful for if you're doing the quests in the story mode. Kinda, yeah. I mean, it depends. So, I'd say really, the parties or the characters that have the most impact are probably the healers and defense, because they have abilities which mean you take less damage. Now, the way you fail a song is if you miss a note, an enemy hits your party, obviously whittling down your HP. If you can restore that HP, then you're fine. But if the HP goes down to 0, then you failed the song. As long as you have HP, the song will continue. So being able to mitigate that damage is important. Now, obviously, you want characters that will kill the enemies, but if you have healers and defensive characters, then you're going to take less damage, and you can heal the damage you do take. And the abilities will trigger on certain things. So you see activation when the MS begins. MS is musical scene, so basically when the song starts. So when a trigger earns a bad or worse whilst travelling in an FMS. So FMS are field music stages, which are the ones where you walk across the levels versus fighting enemies. So that's that's showing you the different difficulties, and then you'd have to hit on like an ultimate, which is the red one with the 3 notes. I'd have to hit 150 notes to trigger Fire Rigger. Obviously, Fire less of a cost to be able to use the ability, but will do less. And then every character has a unique ability. Annoyingly, whenever I click on this, it then glitches out. But Desperado is Laguna's ability. I think I'll probably have Demon Slices, Ciphers, however you want to call it. So I'll just quickly put them in there. Don't have a high enough level on... Do I? I can only use my hope, yeah. An Ethereal Pulse, yeah. Then you got Summons that will deal damage over a certain amount of time, but they also have modifiers. You can see their XP received by 30% twice, which is really, really good. The airships you use are completely just for aesthetics, really. It's not. Why is it glitching? I'm gonna have to sort that out before the next stream. Let's go with the Ragnarok for me. And then again, you can have a style for your Moogle. It makes no difference. Right. Yes, let's attempt this difficulty 10 song and fail miserably, and you get to see what the background looks like as well with the characters running around. So I think this is a field music stage. Yeah. So field music stage is the characters walk around and fight enemies, and these are the stages where you get the sorry. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Ah, that's annoying. Yeah, these little curvy green lines. You don't get those in battle stages. I'm pulling some weird faces. That was stupid. This isn't that bad though. I don't know this song that well, though, so... Ah! Yeah, so points like that where I don't know what the rhythm's going to sound like when the song changes can screw you up. But the song doesn't seem too bad, actually. Oh, it reversed. I didn't realise. Okay, so I got an S rank. That's fine. Consider it's my first time playing my first time playing that song at level 10, so... Yeesh. And then you can see there the characters gaining level ups and stuff. Yeah, I like the geezer planes. Oh my god. My capture card doesn't, though. Probably worth turning the audio up for this a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. A lot of visual information. I've turned the game music up a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud. But there are some things... This is one of those songs I know quite well, but... my ear might be focusing on different parts of what the game is. Like, I'm focusing on the strings in the background. The game isn't. It's doing the little twinkly bit at the beginning. Ah, why did I do that? I even knew it when I did it. Sometimes your fingers just want to obey your command, and you're like, why are you pressing the wrong direction? Sometimes you don't even need to press a direction when you do anyway. Yes, you can see there my characters have blind, so they can't see. So their attacks are more likely to miss, making it harder to kill whatever enemy I'm fighting. Which is why healers are important. I know what I'll do. I'll do a few more 12 songs. What was my... Hey, I got a triple S. I'll do a few more 12 songs, and then I'll move on to Final Fantasy VII, given that's what I'm going to be moving on to in my streams. Nice. Yeah, that went really well. That was surprising. That was a level 9 one as well. That's meant to be quite difficult. Why? With the glitching? At least it doesn't happen in the actual things. I haven't done boss battle. Let's do boss battle. I've triple S'd, what's the name of the song? Battle with an Esper. I haven't done boss battle. And they normally feature monsters as well, which are famous. So you can see that's a banger, but then this fight will probably finish with Yasmat. Also, I don't know if it's intentional, but this song has that little bit which sounds like Final Fantasy VII's battle theme. This bit. expecting this to be annoying. Okay, it's not too bad. Ah! Okay, we're most of the way through. Thankfully, you can play with, I'm not going to say with one hand, because you do require both sticks at some point. But there are points where you need to scratch your chin. You can also use the face buttons. I'm not sure if I'm going to triple S this now. Oh, yeah, we go. Nice. Yeah, so it goes da 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 da. It does the same sort of thing. I assume it's intentional, like as a little nod. Oh, I haven't. There's a song that I've triple S. What was it? Flash of Steel. That's the one I triple S. All right, let's finish with Battle with an Esper. If only. Good God. Oh, thank you. What's that? Yasmat's casting a renew? Well, I'm just going to go and die. Right. So you can see the Pharos behind us. Ah, that's annoying. Didn't really up to that point. And some songs, you can hit every note and still not get a triple S. Oh, so if you hit every note and you still don't get a triple S, you need to work on that timing. Okay, so I got double S there, that's fine. Yeah, they really were. Like, they weren't even really that much of a trouble for me. Like, I was really expecting Famfrit to be more of a fight. But it just wasn't. I don't know much about what they did in terms of rebalancing the game, in terms of, like, enemies' health pools and whatnot. I know the obvious changes, but yeah, I don't know much outside of that. Wow, I failed. So last time I tried this, so this would have been when the demo came out, so before the game released. So gotta right those wrongs. I know. Although to be fair, it probably is quite hard. It is a difficulty 10, so although I did halve a child earlier, that's difficulty 10 wasn't that bad. Watch me cry and crawl into the fetal position. This isn't too bad so far. Yeah, this isn't so bad. Oh my god. Making so many mistakes now. It's because I'm trying to do it with one finger, I really shouldn't. Yeah. This is one of those songs you'll need to practice. It's got a lot of weird rhythms in it. Okay. Well, that could have gone better, but at least I completed the song this time. Yeah, that was really awkward though. Like, earlier on it wasn't so bad, but I think I probably haven't played the arse end of that song due to, 13 bads, 4 misses. Yeah. Not great. I got, that looks like no crits towards the end. Well, just like a real musician, you have to practice these songs and get used to them. Well, at least I've redeemed myself, though. Well, redeemed myself. Save those for last, so do those in a bit. Let's go with... There's actually a couple of songs, I mean, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy VII has got an incredible soundtrack, but there's a couple of songs on here which aren't included, which I really wish they were, like Under the Rotting Pizza. That's such a funky song, it's such a groove, I love that, but, you know, things like Cosmo Canyon and all the battle themes are going to take precedence. Ow. Misread that. Sometimes those diagonal arrow, inverted arrows can be hard to read. So it looks like there might be two in the same direction, but they aren't. Like these ones. I thought I saw something on the corner of my eye, and I... Oh dear. Well, I got a double S at least, but I made a lot of... No. No, there's a lot of... So the songs you're seeing here are all the songs for each of the games. So, aside from the DLC ones, but like I said, there's like one song per game for that. So, Aerith theme, bombing mission, let the battles begin. I'm not going to read them all out, but you can see them all. I'm not so sure about this song. I guess it's kind of funky and gold source, so I don't really care about that much. But yeah, I would have preferred something a bit more varied like that. So I'm going to move on to... What time is it? So I should probably stop at ish. I'm going to do Birth of a God. Yeah. Yeah, so do I. What's even worse is I sucked at that little mini game where you have to like march in time. Yeah. Be interesting to see how they handle that in the remake. Maybe you just won't go there. I have a theory that in the remake you're going to go straight to Wutai, because Wutai is geographically really close to Midgar, and you probably get Yuffie given interlude happening just before. So I wonder if maybe you're going to go to Wutai instead. And then you can follow Don Corneo from there as well, because he happened quite late in the end of 7's remake. Oh. Forgot about that bit. Like, that bit was so hard by comparison to the rest of the song. This is pretty tame, to be fair. The thing is, though, you have to make, like, they have to kind of level out the difficulty for the bangers, because people are going to want to be playing these songs where they don't want to keep on failing them, right? Whoa. Ah, wrong direction. Yes, this is one of the songs I'd need to practice a bit more. Yeah, that's every song. I don't normally play like this where I hop around between songs that I don't know anyway. Well, I say don't know. As in don't know how to play in this. I also know this song very well. I always love this bit of the song. Just the throwback to Sephiroth's kind of theme. There we go. That wasn't amazing, but I can live it. Yeah, so I have another theory about the next game as well. Is that the flashback isn't going to happen in Calm. I think they're going to skip over going to Calm entirely. Or actually, no, because they said at the end of the interlude, I think they're going to Calm. I think, anyway. So they'll probably go there, maybe touch on it a little bit, but I think what's actually going to happen, and I've got nothing to base this on, this is just my own little inner workings, right? It would be cool if they did the flashback when they're in Nibelheim. Because when you go to Nibelheim in OG Final Fantasy 7, nothing really happens. You just kind of go there and be like, oh, the place is rebuilt, and carry on. Nothing major happens. Anyway. For some reason, this song starts halfway through. Well, not halfway through, but like after the beginning's already happened. Which is a shame. You're making silly mistakes. And there we go. I think that's the song. Oh, I triple S it. Nice. That's true, actually. Yeah. But that's the thing. They might play it differently, where maybe they're approaching Nibelheim and Cloud says Nibelheim used to be here, because he won't know that it's been rebuilt. I don't think. So he'll be like, yeah, Nibelheim used to be here. This is my home. And then they get there, and then he'd be like, why is this place here? And then he could recount what he thought happened, and it's at that point Tifa could go, not quite, but who knows. Spoilers. Oh, I forgot you could do this. Just look at all the different things and see how badly I did. So I got a lot of perfects, actually. Nice. I'm a bit early. Anyway, I'm going to do one more song and then I'm going to call it quits. And that is... where are you? Advent One Winged Angel. I love this song, and I love playing this song. Alright, pump it up. Let's listen. I love this song so much. There are kind of two versions of this song in this game. There's what's known as like a move. I can't remember what's called this. Basically, you watch a movie in the background whilst playing the song, but the arrangement's slightly different. But I prefer just this original version. Ow. So disappointed in myself. And I mean that truthfully. Oh, this rendition is perfect. Oh, that was a bit faster than I expected. Those inversed in my head. Nobuo Uematsu said that this is what he considers to be the full, complete version of this song, which I think is cool. That bit was a bit weird, rhythm-wise. Press the wrong direction. I'm getting tilted now. Not like this. Oh, every time. Oh. Oh, that didn't happen in the rhythm I thought it would. There we go. Cool. Sephiroth still remains alive. Well, there we go. Final Fantasy XII done and dusted. I might do a few more casual streams of Final Fantasy Theatrhythm. So I do really enjoy playing this game. I play it a lot. So maybe in my free time I'll stream a little bit. But yeah, there's so many good tracks on here. So many songs. I've never played Crystal Chronicles before. But there's a lot of good songs on here. I really like the Crystal Chronicles soundtrack. Obviously Tactics is amazing. This game, I mean I loved this game as a kid, but this game's soundtrack on here is hard. It's so good, man. No man, I'm gonna have to stop looking at these because I want to play all these songs now. Then there's some other generic ones. There's some remixes and some from like side games, Stranger Paradise. And then you got the DLC, so Legend, Final Fantasy II, Saga, Live a Live, Neo. These are actually pretty good. I think of it. But yeah, I will call it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'm glad we're done with Final Fantasy XII. And yeah. See you next week for Final Fantasy VII, A New Threat.